Gopinath, Chief Engineer, Department of Marine Engineering. So today I will going to talk about the freshwater generator, which is situated on board ship, which produces water, fresh water from seawater. And when you talk about the freshwater generator, the basic needs or the basic learning objective when you talk about need of producing freshwater from seawater, principle involved, construction of freshwater generator, and functions of various components, material composition, operation of freshwater generator, operational problem prevention, need for freshwater treatment. So these are the things we are going to deal. And when you talk about the freshwater is used on board ship for various purposes. For example, diesel engine cooling and steam generation, and we require the pure water to cool the engines as well as production of steam. And when you talk about your freshwater generator, and basic constructions of is like to avoid the impurities from the shore water. That is what is really happening on board ship, and which is not suitable for to operate the vessel. And some of the impurities are dissolved solids, and then salts and impurities are present in the seawater, and this has to be removed when you talk about the production of fresh water. So here, when you talk about the freshwater generator, there are two types of freshwater generators are provided on board ship. Submerged type of freshwater generator, and blade type, and reverse osmosis type. But on board ship, we are using a generator, freshwater generator. It basically works on the principle of distillation. See, basically, when you talk about the freshwater production, is about water boils about 100 degrees, and then it's condensed the water or whatever the products is produced, and then that from the condensation we produce the fresh water. So this is the basic principle on that. And when you talk about the construction of the freshwater generator, it takes suction from the seawater and it's supplied to your steam evaporator, and then the evaporated particles are condensed, and then it's pumped to the distillation through the distillation pump to the freshwater generator tanks. So here what happened, the basic principle is to reduce the pressure in the chamber, and then so that the boiling point of your water also reduces. This is what we are trying to achieve in the production of freshwater generator. And you know very well the basic principle involved in the process is that at atmospheric pressure, the boiling point is 100 degrees. So we are trying to utilize the waste heat produced from the jacket water of diesel engine, and so that it about 70 to 80 degrees of temperature, water started boiling, where the pressure inside the chamber is reduced. So this was the main idea of doing the production of water. So seawater boils under water vacuum condition and produce water vapor at low temperature, and water vapor condenses into droplets. So when you talk about your components, there are evaporator, condenser, ejector, demister, and salinometer, and ejector pump and condensate pumps are involved. And this is the basic principle, like water is trying to pass through a evaporator coil, and then it is evaporated, and the water steam particles are condensed, and then it produces the fresh water on board ship. So the demister is provided inside the system, and where the vapor passes, and the seawater droplets are trapped inside the demister, and then such that the pure water is cooled or condensed in the condenser, and then you produce the condensate. So on the same time, the water also should have a purity on board ship, and such that it can be utilized for your diesel engine and then your boiler. So here the salinity is very, very important. So the salinity is based on the conductance measured on the water produced. So the lesser the salinity, the more conductivity are produced, such that water temperature also maintains. So this is the materials are used on the freshwater generator. Shell is mild steel, demister knitted model wire gauge, and evaporator condenser, aluminum brass tip and brass tube tip. Shell coated with epoxy to prevent any corrosion. And also the operation problems also there. The calcium carbonate and calcium sulfate and magnesium hydroxide are being developed, and these are the scales formation. It can be prevented by maintaining the brine concentration inside the system. So, and continuous chemical dosing also be been put in use, and thus the condenser is always clean. So, and precaution is the system should be operated 20 nautical miles away from the shore, and cooling water like chromate are not allowed. Anti-fouling additives for seawater system are not to be used in seawater, and fresh oil is dark from the system. So this is the chlorination and sand bed for treatment of the water also being used, and activated carbon filter and passing through ultraviolet filters also being used for treating the water. And some of the questions are there, like how the salinity goes high, and because our brine pump is not working properly and can carry the brine. And process of converting seawater to fresh water is like called desalination. Reason for low vacuum selected for the answer is that vacuum is ejector pump and seal leaking can be problematic, and this can be eliminated. So these are the things are reverse osmosis system also there in the system, and pressure generator is fitted like vacuum bacteria release and shutting the pressure generator. So these are the main question and answers are provided. Right? Thank you.